Good morning from Julia Carroll. This is my 2026 weight loss journey vlog. It is January 31st. It's Saturday. It's just about 6:30 in the morning. This is day 9, I believe, of a whole food diet. Move, Peanut. You're in my way, dog. So it is 6:30 in the morning. I've been fasting since about 12:30 yesterday, 12:30, quarter to 1, something like that. I did have a cup of coffee with a little powdered creamer, and I did have a tablespoon of MCT oil about 7 o'clock last night. So I guess in those respects, it's not completely a fast, but again, I'm not that particular. It's fine. My blood sugar is going to be well below probably 90, so I'm fine. Although I haven't taken my blood sugar yet this morning. I will later in my ketone reading, but right now I'm just walking. I did my praying and reading scripture, Psalm 91. It's a really good psalm. I prayed that over myself. I have just about 788 steps right now, so I think I'll get another 1,000 as I record this. For some reason, recording this and walking seems to be good, and I'm not exerting a tremendous amount of energy. So it's just in my living room, walking back and forth from the front door to the back door. I have a treadmill, but I don't like it. I'm actually toying with getting rid of it simply because I don't like it. I don't like the treadmill. But I hang on to it because I spent good money on it. But it's a huge piece of equipment in my living room that I don't use. But I prefer just walking like this. It's just easier. I don't know why. The treadmill just doesn't feel like walking, even though technically it is. So I don't know. I guess I'll hang on to it for another 6-8 months. If I don't really use it by August, September, maybe by then I'll decide to get rid of it or something. I don't feel terribly hungry at the moment. I'm thirsty, very thirsty. I put my electrolytes in that, so it's a bit salty, which I don't mind. I haven't had my coffee yet this morning either. I've been thinking, since I'm going to be going to Kona, Hawaii in November, cutting out coffee might be kind of ridiculous in light of Kona, Hawaii in November. So what I can do is maybe do half and half, get back to just doing half and half decaf, half regular, and cut back on the number of cups I have maybe. Instead of 3 or 4 a day, well, do 2 maybe, or 3. I don't know. It's a great pleasure of mine, and sometimes it's one of the easiest things that I can do in the evening so I don't have food. It is, and so far, to some degree, I think I suffer a little bit from too much caffeine at night, but not really. I don't think it's too much of a problem yet. It might be. We'll see. I think the haircut has made me look a little bit younger, and I will be, I think I will be trying out I think I will get my eyebrows waxed and shaped and plucked, because there's one eyebrow in particular, this one on this side, that has quite a streak of gray in it. I have to be careful about plucking those or waxing those, because if I did that, I'd have a hole in my eyebrow, and I don't like that idea. But on the whole, I have to say, we're 31 days officially into eating healthy, tracking it faithfully on Weight Watchers, staying within a points allotment, sort of. I'm not stringent about that. But I'm watching what I'm eating, definitely. I need to go to the grocery store to get some vegetables. I think I'm going to get some Peanut. No. Oh, Peanut. I think I'm going to be getting some asparagus and Brussels sprouts, and I think I'll do strawberries today. And I will buy like 1 thing of frozen vegetables and probably some frozen fruit like There's a berry medley you can get, although I don't like frozen strawberries. I can handle frozen blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, but not strawberries. But I'll probably get that simply because when I run out of fresh, and I run out of it fairly quickly, I'm not inclined. I don't want to go to the store. My habit has been just midweek when I have a craving, a desire for food or whatever, just get in my car, go to the grocery store, drop $25 on junk food and call it a day. Well, even though it's not junk food to buy vegetables, I want to get out of the habit of going midweek when I don't absolutely have to. And I think that'll help me quite a bit. Conserve money and better eating habits. I've been going just about 6 minutes and I have almost 1,200 steps. So not quite 1,000 yet. So I'll keep talking until I get to the 1,000. I'm pretty good at talking, so that's okay. But today is January 31st, so what is that? I think I counted. I have 9 full months before I need to be going to Hawaii, which means I need to beef up my ability to stand and walk. I'm toying. This will help, obviously, every day doing this, getting my steps in. I'm toying with practicing worship. You know, my worship service at church is about 20 minutes to 25 minutes long. So I figure, and the problem with that is you're static. Like this, walking seems to relieve any back pain. Just standing tends to make my lower back and my knees hurt and my feet and ankles. So if I start worship here and practice my standing therapy where I just stand, I don't walk, I just stand, and increase it, start 5 minutes, then maybe go to 6, 7, 10, 12, 15, all the way up to 25 or 30. And of course, the closer I get to Kona, I want to be standing for a minimum of an hour. Because that's what some of these tours, these coffee plantation tours are going to be. Or if I just choose to take a drive and stop at a little town that looks pretty and walk around the town and look at the shops, maybe have a cup of coffee or something, or pack a lunch and have a picnic for myself on the beach or near the beach and walk around, I might be standing and walking for a minimum of 20, 30 minutes. So I need to beef up the walking and standing. So I think this is a good way to do it. Just practice worshiping. Although I got to admit, it's a great idea in theory. I'm not too thrilled with the idea right at the moment. Of course, I'm just now walking 1,000 steps plus the 785, 86 I had, 686 I had when I was praying to God. I did some walking as I read Psalm 91, like I said earlier. So I don't know that I want to get up to 1,700. Maybe I'll do the 16. Or maybe I'll push it to 17 because I need to get the numbers up. I need to get the steps in consistently. And I'd like that there sooner. The other big thing is I need my keister to be small enough to fit in a plane seat comfortably. And preferably without one of those lap extenders. So we'll see about that. It's progressing well. I got on the scale today and it said 304, but I don't really believe that because I was fasting. So I think it's more like 307, 308. So I'm not counting the 304 because it just seems too good to be true. Although my official weigh-in won't be until February 28th. I'm only officially weighing in once a month. But I'm doing unofficial weigh-ins. I actually don't consider myself at a certain weight until I've been at that weight at least, 2-3 times, because you can fluctuate quite a bit in a day. like I said, I've been fasting by the time I eat, it'll be close to 20 hours. So yeah, I'm sure it seems like I've lost weight, and more of that's probably just water weight. But drinking a big glass of electrolyte water probably will go a long way to bringing it back up to probably 307, 308. So, but I know I shouldn't weigh every day. I tend to, simply because I'm curious, but it can be a little discouraging at times, you know? So it's best I not do that. I'm at 1550 walking now, so just a little bit more. You'll only have to suffer my presence just a little bit longer. I have makeup. I might actually put a little makeup on today. Shock. Ooh. I don't like how my face looks old. But hopefully with time and losing weight, the face will be less puffy. I'll thin it down here and definitely this thing here. But either way, I'm feeling good. I'm moving so much better than I was. And the pain, while I feel it in my knees right now and my hips, the simple fact that I can do this is such an improvement. And there are other improvements, but they're embarrassing to mention. And I don't want to be that graphic in these videos because I want a little mystery, even though when you're super big, well, let me just say showering can be painful and difficult, and it's getting easier. So I'm very happy about that. I am clean. I do pride myself on being clean, but when you're really obese, it takes a bit of a workout to get clean. And anybody who's super obese knows what I'm talking about. So I'm very pleased that it's working better. That is why I noticed it this morning in the shower. So I suspect things will be going really well in another month. And it hasn't been that complicated or difficult. It's not been easy because nothing worthwhile is easy. But it hasn't been so outlandishly difficult that I can't do it. And that's the difference. I'm doing it. And I'm pleased that I'm doing it. And I think I have 1730. Well, I might as well just go to 2000 now, shouldn't I? Since I'm almost there. And then if I do another 1,000-step walk, I have to go to the grocery store today, so I'll get some steps there. And I should take the dog for a walk today, so I'll get a few steps in there. And I know 3,500 to 4,000 steps doesn't seem like a lot to somebody who's in shape or thin. But when you're really morbidly obese and you haven't exercised consistently in a long time, consistently getting up to over 3,000 steps, intentionally walking like this is a big step. So I don't want to discount myself. And if anybody happens to be listening to these videos, don't discount anything you do where you do it consistently. Even if all you can do is 5 minutes every morning, as long as you do that 5 minutes and try and add a little bit more every day or every week. Because pretty soon you'll be up to 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. And if you did 10 minutes 3 times a day, you'd have 30 minutes of walking in, and that can make a huge difference in health, vitality, mobility, pain levels. And the more I eat clean and healthy with whole foods, the less my inflammation is. That makes walking more pleasurable. Now, I don't like walking the dog because she is a sniff and piddle on every blade of grass dog. And that irritates me because standing static is painful on my back and I need to keep moving or the back really hurts. So my standing therapy with worship will help with the walking the dog because of how much she likes to sniff and piddle on every blade of grass. And we are at 1955, so I'm almost at 2,000 steps. And it's not even 7 a.m. I think I would have burned through all the glucose that my body produced this morning to get me up, cortisol. So I don't think this video will go on too much longer. We're really close. Ooh, 1975. We are really close. So I'm getting towards the end of the line. You won't have to suffer my face almost any longer. We are there. So I'm officially ending this now. Take care from Julia Carroll on my 2026 weight loss journey. Bye-bye.